Happy Super Sunday. It could be the Super Bowl today if you're in America. So good luck with all of that. So today, though, we had story time here on YouTube. And so if you missed it, don't fret. Here we grow. Here we grow. So here's the story for story time. So this story that we're talking about today, and I've got my notes so that I can get this done in the 3 minutes, but many of us struggle in relationships, not because we don't care, but because of insecurity or old patterns, and our perception gets distorted. So we start reacting to what something means instead of what's actually happening. And that's where the silent suffering begins. Today's story is about projection replacing presence and how two people can love each other and still miss each other. Let's call them Maya and Ethan. So they came into therapy saying, we love each other, but something keeps going wrong. So Maya had anxious attachment style. When Ethan didn't text back, she didn't ask about it. She stayed quiet, not wanting to seem needy, But inside, her nervous system was filled with silence and fear. Over time, the silence turned into resentment. Ethan had avoidant attachment style, so he needed space to regulate. When Maya grew quiet, he assumed he was disappointing her, and he started pulling back further, not to hurt her, but to protect himself. So neither of them were wrong, but neither of them were seeing clearly either. So the therapist asked one simple question. What are you perceiving when the other goes quiet? Maya said, I feel like I don't matter. Ethan said, I think I have failed and I don't know what to do. And that's when it slowed down. That's when the truth started coming out, not what they were making up. So the therapist said, what you're describing isn't what's happening. It's what your past is telling you. When we don't speak, our nervous systems start telling stories, and those stories rarely bring us closer, right? So they didn't leave knowing that they'd stay together, but they left knowing this, that they weren't unlovable. They didn't need to abandon themselves to stay connected. And healing may ask us to give birth to a new way of relating, sometimes together or sometimes apart. And that's the heart of the story. When we stop projecting and start getting curious, we don't just heal our relationships, we heal ourselves. So in the closing reflection to this story, I need to hurry before you leave, I want to offer you this. Strength isn't avoiding discomfort. It's having the courage to stay present. Most breakdowns in relationships don't come from lack of care, but from unspoken assumptions and silence doing the talking for us. So ask yourself, where do I pull back instead of getting clear? And where do I assume instead of ask? So because real confidence isn't about control, it's not about independence, it's about self-trust. And when you trust yourself, you don't disappear, defend, or shut down. You show up honest, grounded, and responsible for your side of things. So that's not weakness, that's leadership in relationships and in life. So I hope that this has been helpful. And again, I hope you have a super Sunday. Thank you so much. My name is Stacey Renee. I'm a mindset coach. You can find more about me, my programs, my workshops, and my one-on-one coaching in the descriptions of any of my videos. Thank you so much. Bye.